Car Cost Canada provides the dealer's cost, a list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. Use the promo code Motormouth to become an expert member and get access to exclusive and powerful savings. The link is in the description below. Welcome to Estoril in Portugal for the launch of the 718 Boxster GTS 4.0 and Cayman GTS 4.0. So this is a great day when you get to drive a brand new Porsche. It's an even better day when you get it with a flat six engine in the back. I was here in Estoril about 4 years ago for the launch of the 718, and there was a lot of criticism about the fact it didn't come standard with a flat six engine any longer. Well, now you can get it in the GTS. The 718 Boxster GTS 4.0 and Cayman GTS 4.0 have unique exterior features that make it easy to spot. The most notable is the wider rear exhaust pushed out to each side, similar to the GT4 exhaust. The lower part of the rear valance is also different and in black. The GTS script is in black, along with the lower front apron. The standard wheel is dark 20 inches, plus the GTS gets darker headlamp internals along with darker rear lamps. The side air vents are also different from the regular 718 models. There is extensive use of alcantara faux suede covering the steering wheel, shifter, armrests, and seats, along with the headliner in the Cayman. GTS is featured on the seat backs and in other places like the 7-inch infotainment screen. Contrasting stitching is also used on the dash, doors, seats, and armrests. The buyer can opt for sport seats or comfort seats. First, the Boxster on some beautiful country roads. So I was here about 4 years ago in Estoril when they introduced the 718, and yeah, great car, fabulous handling, but a lot of people complained that that car didn't have the same kind of sound and appeal because it was missing a flat six engine in the back, turbo 4-cylinder. So what has Porsche done? They've brought back the flat six engines, but not for all of the cars, only for the GTS, the GT4, and the Spider cars. What you have with this car is a lot more power and a very different sound, and that's what a lot of people are going to appreciate. So behind me is 6 cylinders of wonderful flat six power, naturally aspirated with 395 horsepower. Not only that, this car has a specially tuned suspension. It comes standard with a Sport Chrono package. PASM drops the ride height down 20 millimeters. You get the large 20-inch RS Spider wheels, and you get a car that is really the essence of what a lot of people missed from the old Boxster S. So there's always lots of engineers when you come to these events from Porsche, and I asked them, what's the difference between the 4-liter engine that's in this car and the 4-liter engine that's in the GT3 and the 911 line? And they said the best way to think about this engine is they took the basic 911 engine and they built it up to this, which is different than the 4-liter they use in the GT3. And what you get is this beautiful tractable engine with a wonderful sound and just perfect balance in the corners. These roads around here are second to none. I just think this is the perfect package. So with almost 400 horsepower, it's less horsepower than the GT4 and more drivable every day than that car. That's a track-ready car. This is more of a touring car with a lot more power. Now, going out on the country road and the Boxster is fantastic, but next up we get to take the Cayman GTS out on the track. The old Formula One track here at Estoril. Okay, now we're heading out on the track. As I mentioned, the former Formula One track here at Estoril. When I was growing up watching Formula One, I always remember this track. And Estoril is also a paint color that BMW used for years with the M3. So out we go. Now, this is a special lap we're doing for me because I'm doing the video. So I have an instructor in front of me that takes the line and sets the pace, and I really just try to keep up with him, which makes it a lot easier considering I've never been here before and maybe a little jet lag too. Okay, so we have the car set up in Sport Plus on here on the steering wheel. That optimizes the engine, and we have a lot of tricks at play here in this car. The GTS comes with some very nice features. Standard PASM, which drops the suspension down by 20 millimeters, and also adds a sport exhaust, which sounds great. But you also get active engine mounts, which is most notable on the back straight now. 200 kilometers an hour, hard on the brakes. That's most notable when you're going on and off the throttle here on the racetrack. It keeps the engine flat so you don't get any adverse rocking back and forth. We also have Porsche Vector Control, which uses the braking to move torque around. And on top of that, you also have a mechanical limited slip differential. Whoa! Through the S's. Now we keep the Porsche Stability Management on here on the track, but when you're in Sport Plus, it opens the parameters up and lets the car slide around a little bit. So that's fun. A couple of other stats here. This car goes to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.5 seconds, and the red line is 7,800. Okay, coming on to the front straight. Foot all the way down. 220, 25, 230 kilometers an hour. How good is that? As I mentioned, it's great having a Porsche factory driver in front of you showing you the way around here. Lots of fun. Now, one thing that's amazing is when you put the car in Sport or Sport Plus, I'm coming up now, you don't have to heel and toe downshift. It has rev matching for you, so the car will match the revs, and if you're driving a manual on the track, that just makes it a whole lot easier. But not to worry, the dual clutch is coming as well. So, what's my overall takeaway from this car? It's freaking awesome. It's exactly what I would want. I love that. 200 kilometers an hour on the back straight, rev matching downshift to third gear, double apex. Unwind the steering wheel, add on the throttle, try to catch up to the 911 4S that's in front of me. On the brakes again, late apex in this corner. Around we go, and there's a great chicane or S-turn we're coming up to now. In third gear, hard on the brakes, down to second gear, rev matching through the corners, and yeah, the back end comes out just a little bit. That's awesome. Awesome, this is the one I'd want. This is the one I'd want. You can't beat a flat six, normally aspirated. So good. So Porsche, to their credit, does listen to the fan base. They are not going to replace the base Boxster and Caymans with the flat six engine. That's not going to happen. They're going to keep these engines for their high performance cars or even their GT cars. The good thing is it is available if you do have the money. How much money? We don't know right now. They're not announcing the pricing of the car until they go on sale, or basically when you can order them this summer. So stay tuned for the price. What a wonderful car. It is so nice to get back into this car with a flat six engine. It just revs so freely, has lots of torque, it has a great sound to it. It's the way it should be. Car Cost Canada provides the dealer's cost, a list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. Use the promo code Motormouth to become an expert member and get access to exclusive and powerful savings. The link is in the description below.